Now, I am avoiding a couple of trainers, and the reason I'm doing that is, again, the switching thing tends to get tedious after a while. Plus, since I do have Bulbasaur, I should be fine at the first gym, even if it's not an Ivysaur yet. For those of you who want to stay on the safe side, you may want to make yourself an Ivysaur before you face the gym, but I just don't want to have to deal with it. This guy over here, he gives good experience, or did anyway, but I'm not going to fight him because they keep switching Pokemon all the time. Oh yeah, something I probably should mention here. In these several battles now, you might have noticed that the trainer sprite in the battle is different from the trainer sprite in the overworld. I don't know if they're going to change that in the near future or something. It's March 2015 as I'm playing this right now, so I don't know if it's updated by the time you've watched it or what, but okay, this is one of the forced battles right here, but that's fine. This guy only has one Pokemon, so I'm going to use Leech Seed on him and there won't be a darn thing he can do about it. Okay, so I did a little bit of off-screen training there, and, you know, I just didn't want to bore you with it, but, if you'd seen it, you would have agreed with me about how it's better to just do trainer battles and not really worry about wild Pokemon battles past what you really need to do. I got Bulbasaur up to level 11 here, just level 11, but he's kind of injured, get a cure up in the Pokemon Center here. And you're going to want to hit every single Pokemon Center you can, even if your Pokemon aren't that badly injured, because otherwise you may not be able to fly to that town later, or if you die or get knocked out, you might be sent back all the way to a different Pokemon Center since you didn't. So just don't even take that risk there. Oh, the chat. 68-year-old men looking for women 13 through 17. You got a lot of trolls in the chat in this game, unfortunately. When I first started playing this, I was so optimistic. I was like, yeah, I'm going to finally see a lot of other Pokemon fans, but unfortunately, the most outspoken people tend to be the trolls and stuff. And even when you're trying to ask an honest question in the chat, usually you'll get these people who just spam, Google it, look the answers up for yourself, even if it's like a legitimate question. You know, like, where can you catch Eevee? Because in this game, you can now catch Eevee in the grass. It's kind of rare, but you can do it. Anyway, I'll just focus on the battles here now. I got 16 hit points out of 31. I mean, there's no real risk to me going fighting the gym leader. I mean, even if I die to him, you know, I'm just going to be set back a couple of seconds, and I can come right back into the gym again here. Oh, by the way, kiddies, there's your science lesson for the day. Light years measures distance. I don't know why they chose to put that there of all places, but it is what it is. Anyway, so fighting Brock here, and anybody who's ever played Pokemon knows exactly how this battle's going to turn out. Maybe. Again, the mechanics are different here. So, Vine Whip's a physical move. Now, because Geodude and Onix are both physical defense Pokemon, one Vine Whip may not be enough. I guess we'll find out. Okay, it wasn't enough. Boy, it didn't really even come. Oosh. Okay, you know what? This is a closer battle than some of you might think here, because now my speed's down. I mean, if that Geodude goes first, you know, which it might, I'm going to lose the battle. Which is cool because, you know, that way I'll get a little bit more experience in. Oh, by the way, look at that. I'm learning Sleep Powder. Oh, I remember. That's the third reason. The third reason you want to get Bulbasaur is because you're going to be able to put wild Pokemon to sleep and catch them more easily. Bulbasaur is basically the wild Pokemon catcher of my party here. Alright, am I going to make it? Oh, I actually made it. Alright. Okay, so... other than dying to a level 4 Rattata, I promise that I will not die again. Oh, yeah, right. If I go down, I go down, but it is what it is. Alright, so it used to be that the money in this game was actually even less than this. You know, Brock would only give you like, I don't know, 900 instead of the 1,000. But then the creators of the game realized that they were being too stingy with the amount of payout. No, they try to make the game harder because, you know, it's a balance thing. It's like, well, we got to make sure that the people who really earn it get to the top, and you can't just breeze through this game. And that's why I'm doing this, to show you guys the fastest and quickest way to get through this game. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing here, by the way, is I'm gonna have a certain strategy of catching Pokemon. Like, when I go to the Pokemart here, I'm only gonna catch them if it's either the only place I can catch them, or if it's the place where they're at one of their highest levels. Okay, so since I'm otherwise avoiding them, I'm probably gonna want to get a bunch of repels here, and I don't know, can I afford a potion? I can afford 2 potions. Usually I'm not one for buying potions, but since I only have just me and Bulbasaur and nothing else, I might as well get as many potions as I can take. Alright, so finally we're going to go a little bit faster in this game here, because this guy's going to give me the running shoes. So I'll finally be able to run. Also, there's a letter attached. Dear Valtor, here's running shoes for the Challenger. People who've ever thought about Pokemon for more than a couple of seconds, the plot, don't you start out just trying to fill out the Pokédex? I mean, you don't really even need to be any sort of challenger or anything. You're just trying to complete a dex. It's not until later, once you've beaten the Elite Four, that you realize, oh, wait a minute, this wasn't even part of my resume job description. Anyway, I'm going to skip ahead in this battle here and show you any of the key events that I come across. Okay, so this guy here was really dumb and kept on switching Pokemon over and over and over again, so I get free hits in for nothing. And look at that, level 15, and Bulbasaur is trying to learn Takedown. Hells yeah, look at that, base power 90. And yeah, you take some damage yourself, but I don't know what exactly they did with the other starters. This is relatively new for me still, but they gave Bulbasaur Takedown at level 15. So, if he's not one of the most overpowered starters right now, he's up there. Anyway, I'm just going to skip ahead through those trainers there because, as you can see, that one battle took a lot of damage here. But pretty soon Bulbasaur is going to be Ivysaur, so I'll just skip ahead to that part. Alright, Bulbasaur is evolving. And I just got done fighting a Metapod here, so with that, what was it called? The takedown, Bulbasaur was like at 12 health, which is getting kind of low, but then with the Metapod out, he just kept using Leech Seed to get him stronger again, so alright, I'm going to try to sneak... Yeah, okay, good, it worked. I have to sneak past that girl there because even though she only has one Jigglypuff, that Jigglypuff can be a pain in the butt if its stinging attack lands. So I just try to avoid her. I did actually avoid a lot of trainers, and I am already going against my own rules of, encounter trainers whenever you can because you do need the training. But hey, I've got an Ivysaur here now, so it's all good. People in the chat talking about buying marijuana with weed, and alright, so block. You can right-click and block people, and that's really the only thing you can do in this game. Yeah, speaking of blocking, by the way, here's Mount Moon, and anybody who's ever played Pokemon knows that Mount Moon is just crawling with Zubat. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Repel. Use a Repel. Why isn't Repel working? Use Repel. There we go. And yeah, this is one of those places where Repel really does come in handy because, grasslands, if you thought those were a problem, I mean, caves are really bad. Okay, so I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to just upfront admit that I do skip through stuff. Those passages down there, they contain some good things. Some things I'm going to pass up, some things I am going to grab just from memory. So please don't get upset with me if I am skipping over things that you remember in the game here. See, I'm going to go down here. And I think one of the first good TMs is down here, Thief. I mean, it's not a good move, but... if you want to make money by stealing stuff off of Pokemon, grab that. Like heart scales, or better yet, Everstones. People will pay a lot of money for those things. Alright, so going back up top here. Alright, that kid, he's got 3 Rattatas, so I just try to avoid him. This guy, on the other hand, by memory, I know that he's got a bunch of rock Pokemon, so he'll be good for sharpening Ivysaur's teeth with. But I do try to avoid the more pointless battles here when I can because, darn it, I'm playing Pokemon to have a good time, not to grind. I just want to keep moving forward. Okay, so Hopefully 3 Vine Whips will end this battle here, and I'll get some cheap and easy experience. No, we're sending out Onyx here. It's not as strong as Brock's Onyx, but let's take a look and see how many experience points I get from this thing. Yeah, 231. You know, just think, 20 minutes ago, I would have been trying to get 30 experience points from these Weedles in the Viridian Forest, so honestly, just if you can move on, move on. Alright, so Mount Moon. I think I am going to be catching my first other Pokemon in here. Back in the day, I used to think that it would be cool to make my first Pokemon a Nidoran, and then that way when it became Nidorino or Nidorina, I could just immediately use a Moonstone, like the one I picked up there, and make it into a Nidoking, and I'd have like my Jagan Pokemon. For anybody who doesn't know what I mean by that, that's a Fire Emblem reference. There's this guy named Jagan in Fire Emblem who he was like the strongest character at the very beginning, but then later on, as everybody else leveled up, he proved to level up really bad and he'd be the slowest character. Ooh, I just barely missed that guy. Alright, so I used my last Repel here, and that's fine, because this is the area I think where Clefairies are caught, so I'm going to try to search around until I find a Clefairy, and as soon as I find one, I'll just come back. Oh yes, finally a Clefairy! Actually, it didn't take that long, I think it was only like 10 minutes or so, but still. And it's a female Clefairy, excellent. I'm not really a Pokemon sexist, but I do prefer that, you know, when I catch Clefairy, it's female, and when I catch Ralts, it's female. Just because, you know, they look like female-type Pokemon, don't they? Anyway, I'm not going to use Clefairy all that much, honestly. I just need it temporarily for the first part of the game here. And notice what I mean by Ivysaur being a capture Pokemon. There we go, caught it in one go right here. You know, just put it to sleep, gave it Leech Seed so that it would just constantly go down. Ooh, a modest one. This is actually a really nice Clefairy right here. Defense isn't too great, especially... okay, it's kind of a medium Clefairy, but still, I mean, modest is a good nature to have on Clefairy. Anyway, here's my first encounter with Team Rocket. We shall find the fossils. Reviving Pokemon from them will earn us huge riches. Now, this is something that I kind of have against the game here. So Team Rocket's supposed to be this evil organization that earns money by catching rare Pokemon and selling them and, you know, getting fossils and reviving them and whatnot, but you know what? That's honestly what everybody in this game does. We want rare Pokemon, we want strong Pokemon, we want to make money off of Pokemon. I mean, you know, in PokeMMO, you can now trade money in order to get Pokemon in trade chat. It's a totally legit thing. Ah, that was unlucky. Come on, Takedown, work. See, the problem with Takedown is you're going to burn through your potions with Ivysaur because it's such a powerful move already. Oh yeah, I went up to level 18 because I encountered about, I don't know, 6 or 7 Geodudes while I was trying to look for a Clefairy, but hey, it worked out. Okay, so the reason I've got Clefairy here as my second Pokemon, ooh, I'm getting dangerously low, is that if I get confused, you know, if Zubat should use Supersonic on me, or if I get some sort of status condition, or if I just need to heal up, Clefairy can come out as a kind of dummy, almost, or a, oh, what's the word for it? It's like when you put something up so that somebody focuses on that instead. I'll think of it later.